All right, so we are identifying proportional. Proportional. Proportional relationships. So we're identifying proportional relationships from a table of ratios. The relationship is proportional if all ratios are equivalent. That means the same. So looking at income versus time, and that first ratio is 18 over 1. The next one's 32 over 2. Those are equal. Because 36 over 2 is 18. And 54 divided by 3 is also 18. They are equivalent. So all those ratios are equivalent. 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 So the relationship between income and time is proportional. Yeah, if all the ratios are the same, they're equivalent, then the relationship is proportional. Okay, the next one, again we have distance and time, 6 over 1, and the other one's 12 over 2. Those are equal to each other, right? 12 divided by 2 is 6, so that works. And 15 divided by 3, that would just be 5. Well, that's not the same then. Those are not equal. So all ratios are not equal, right? All those ratios are not equal. Not equal, but equivalent. All ratios are not equivalent, therefore the relationship between distance and time is not proportional. Not proportional. They have to be the same for it to be proportional. All right. Is the relationship between x and y proportional? Proportional. That's what we want to answer. Is the relationship between y and x, so the y is on top and the x is on the bottom. And in this case, we have 1 over 2. When x is 1, when y is 1, x is 2. When y is 2, x is 6. And when y is 4, x is 8. All right, now let's see. 2 over 6, that's the same thing as 1/3. 4 over 8, well, that's 1/2, or 1 to 2. So looking at those, are they the same? Well, let's see. This is 1/2, 1 over 2. This is 1 over 3, 1 to 3, and that's 1 to 2. No, they're not the same. So it's not proportional. They have to be the same, equivalent, to be proportional. So looking at this, if you look at the y's, we put the y's over the x, 3 over 1. On the other one, 6 over 2. And the other one, 12 over 4. And then we check to see if they're equivalent. 6 over 2 is the same as 3 over 1. 12 over 4 is the same as 3 over 1. So if you notice, that's 3 over 1, that's 3 over 1, and that's 3 over 1. So all of those ratios are the same. So the answer is yes, it's proportional. All those ratios are equivalent. It is a proportion. All right, the next one, let's see, 5 over 1. Next, 10 over 2. And the last one, 18 over 3. Question is, are they all equal to each other? Are they proportional? So see, 10 over 2 is the same as 5 over 1. And 18 over 3, well, 3 goes into 18 6 times. That's 6 over 1. So let's see, we have 5 over 1, 5 over 1, and 6 over 1. They're not the same. They're not equivalent. Therefore, no, it is not proportional.